if you want to gain weight, which most of you do to cover up the bones of the pectus carinatum, do a little bit of dirty bulking, do a little healthy eating, do what you got to do, and like I said, do those workouts. Just find your own fitness routine with compound movements, doing 8 to 10 reps, no more. If you're doing more, then put on more weight so that you can't do more. Take creatine, take weight gain supplement, experiment with smoothies and drinks, all that stuff, guys. And don't think that cardio, you should totally skip out on it just because it's gonna make you lose weight. And people have told you in the fitness community or online that it's a bad idea to do cardio if you're skinny and trying to gain weight. I know that's true, but also we gotta take into account that our ribs aren't making us exhale fully because we have a sternum that won't go back in to naturally exhale fully for us. So we have to use our surrounding muscles to take the brunt of the action. So we have to have real efficient, effective cardiovascular system. And the way you get that and the way you train that is primarily through just working your cardiovascular system.
Hey, what's up, Pigeon family? Welcome back to this video. Today I'm just going to be talking about gaining weight and why you should do cardio even though people will tell you don't do cardio to gain weight, because we need cardio to improve our breathing because we don't exhale naturally with pectus carinatum because our ribs are fixed outwards and they don't push the lungs back out, all the air back out naturally. We have to use our stomach muscles to compensate for not being able to breathe in the normal way. And for these reasons, you have to do cardio and stuff like that to make your breathing more efficient. It's gonna be a bit of a longer video, but just stick around because I'm gonna be dropping some major knowledge bombs here. And let me know in the comments if you like these longer form videos or if you want me to do more scripted short-term videos. So I'll just jump into the video.
I've had a lot of success improving my breathing difficulties with just running, just doing a little bit of cardio. I've been doing like a mile a day, say, and that's helped a lot actually in just improving my circulation, my breathing, my like mood, all because of it. And actually I had been avoiding doing cardio like that because I like most people who struggle with this condition am skinny and an ectomorph, and I'm trying to gain weight to fight that effect, fight the boniness, and try and make my appearance look better. So I think that's probably a common thing where people with pectus carinatum don't want to become more skinny, so they might avoid cardio because traditionally in bodybuilding you're told to just skip cardio because it makes you lose weight. And there is some truth to that, especially if you do a lot of cardio and if you don't do any bodybuilding exercises. But the trade-off is necessary in this case. It's really important for us to have good breathing because it just improves our energy and our mood and our ability to talk, even having that extra breath. And it will be a big problem in your life if you don't address that. I mean, it's made my ability to just go through my day-to-day life so much better, just the short amount of exercise I've done, of cardio exercise I've done. Because before, like I said, I would do jujitsu, and I would do body weight workouts, and I would do some weightlifting, and those help to build lean muscle mass on my body, which covered the appearance. And I was very afraid of running or doing anything strictly cardio because I didn't want to lose weight. But like I said, it's been a very good thing. So I recommend you guys do cardio, but not too much, because you want to be able to gain weight, and packing on that muscle through weightlifting is going to be very important. So the most important exercises to do when trying to gain weight is big compound movements like bench press, squat, deadlift, pull downs, those kinds of things. These compound movements that require many different muscle groups in your body, because these are the ones that release the most HGH, human growth hormone, and testosterone, and that force the breaking down of the most muscles so that it'll be built back up. I mean, it makes sense, right? You do more muscles and it grows back more muscle. So you want to be doing that stuff, and I realized that a lot of people with Pectus Carinatum also have the comorbid condition of scoliosis, which makes weightlifting like this dangerous and not an option. In that case, I recommend doing body weight workouts, and there are ways to increase the resistance of body weight workouts so that you can continue to get a good workout even as you get stronger, because you want to be able to not be able to do more than 10 or 12 reps whenever you're doing a certain exercise if you're trying to gain muscle mass. If you're trying to gain lean, just get more lean muscle that doesn't get big, then yeah, do like 30 reps of push-ups. But if you can do 30 reps of push-ups, then you're not going to be putting on much muscle. So you want to like add more resistance by, say, putting your feet up on something, and then putting your feet up on a raised platform, and then your hands drape down so you're at an angle, so that it's actually harder to do the push-ups. It's harder to do them, and it provides more resistance. And then maybe in that case you can only do 10 push-ups, and so that is actually perfect. And you want to keep your reps at like 10, only be able to do 10, and if you can do more, then you need to put on more weight. Another way you can add weight with body weight exercises is by wearing a weight vest. So these are like the weight vests that people wear if in the military to train themselves to go into combat carrying large rucksacks, large backpacks on them. You put on one of these backpacks, these vests, and it just adds a lot more resistance to whatever workout you do. I have a 50-pound weight. I have a weight vest that goes from 20 pounds to like 80 pounds. You can adjust it, take out different weights. This might not be safe for people with scoliosis either. You're gonna have to check with your doctor or look that one up. I don't know. But yeah, like I said, you can add more resistance to workouts anyway, or use pulleys. There are workouts that can work around scoliosis. If you don't have scoliosis, what you want to be doing is these large compound movements. And like I said, if you can do more than 10 or 12 reps for a set of exercise, then you're going to want to add more weight because you're not doing enough weight. And if you're doing that, that will increase your muscle as fast as you possibly can. So do that, and then do three sets of like 8 to 10 reps basically. And yeah, hopefully that all makes sense on the exercise front. It's also important to eat really well. That's the main thing. If you don't have enough calories, if you're burning more calories than you're eating, you're not going to be able to gain weight. So you might want to track your calories. I used an app called MyFitnessPal because I really struggled for a while to make sure I was eating enough calories. And it comes and goes. But also creatine, like there's some supplements that are really going to help you gain weight, and I recommend you take advantage of these. Creatine, my number one pick, because you just take a little bit of this stuff, this powder you put in your drink, and then it puts more water into your muscles, which makes them look bigger, and also allows you to lift more weight, which allows you to grow your muscles faster. So all that's good. If you're not getting enough protein, take protein powder, or just eat a lot of meat or beans and stuff that has protein. There's also some stuff called weight gainer, mass gainer. It's a supplement that does what it's called. It just helps you gain weight. Has just a ton of calories, and you put in a smoothie or something. Smoothies really helped me gain weight. I say all this like I've gained a ton of weight right now. I gained a lot of weight in the past. I'm kind of a lower weight right now. But anyway, I have had success in the past, and so I know a good deal of what I'm talking about here. For weight gain, I really had a lot of success with smoothies. If you like smoothies, if your stomach can handle them. I know some people drink smoothies or milkshakes and they feel ill to their stomach. I didn't have that problem so much. And so I would go to Smoothie King and I would get the Hulk smoothie at Smoothie King, which is like their biggest one, and it's 1,500 calories, 15 to 750 calories, which was pretty much half of the calories I needed at the time, because I'm 6'2", and I was 180 trying to get to 190-ish, or 175 trying to get to 190, and I need like 3,500 calories a day, 3,500. Just depends, how tall you are, how your body type is, stuff like that, how fast your metabolism is. But yeah, I would experiment with that, try and figure out how much calories like precisely you need to gain weight. So that way you can always be accountable, because what gets measured gets managed. So you just track your calories each day, and then you'll have that metric which inspires you to keep pushing the envelope there and making sure you get it. And once you know that looking at that metric and actually meeting the criteria and getting enough calories each day is helping you gain weight, it'll be hard to turn back, and you'll continue to do that. So another thing I'd recommend in terms of food, look up online healthy, calorie-dense food for gaining weight. That's the kind of stuff I looked up, and I found really great lists, mainly filled with like nuts, dark chocolate. There's certain fruits. I'm a big fruit guy. Actually, Pectus Carinatum can affect like your digestive system a little bit, just because your ribs are pushing everything a little bit, and so maybe for that reason, maybe another reason, I have a pretty sensitive stomach. I love eating fruit because it's very easy on the stomach. I know it's healthy. Anyway, I get fruit, and some of the best high calorie dense fruits are avocado, bananas, strawberries are pretty up there. I would always drink strawberry smoothies. Those are great. Yeah, so there's certain fruits, nuts, dark chocolate, mangoes, another good fruit for gaining weight. Of course, meats. You're gonna need a lot of meat. If you're a vegan, just leave this channel right now. Yeah, also carbs can actually really help, just like bread, pasta, stuff like that. It's not the healthiest thing, but it's also not unhealthy. If you're depending on, everybody's body is so different when it comes to nutrition and what you need to eat to be healthy. But I've found that I can feel a little bad when I eat like pasta and stuff, too much of that carbs stuff, and not enough of at least the healthy carbs, fruits or like meats. But those things do help you gain weight, and if that's like one of the main things you're after here, which that's one of the main things I'm after in terms of improving the appearance of Pectus Carinatum when you're an ectomorph, you're skinny. Yeah, gaining weight is going to be up there. So no matter how you go about it, there's a thing in the fitness community known as dirty bulking, which is essentially when you're bulking without eating healthy necessarily. And I would look that up. There's some interesting videos of people that went from very skinny to just very big and almost fit looking with a little bit of fluff on them very quickly. And the bigger version of them is preferable in a lot of ways, even though it's not like perfectly lean or anything, because you're big then. And then also you can convert that big size and a little bit of fat on you into a lot of muscle really quick. People who have extra fat on them gain muscle quicker. I don't know why that is. It kind of makes sense if you think about it. It just converts that fat into muscle. But yeah, if you take a really fat guy and a really, really bone thin, skinny guy into a gym, who's going to be able to lift more? Probably the fat guy. And he's going to convert that that fat into big muscle. So my point is that you can use unhealthy foods at your own risk. It's not going to be great on your health in the long term, but that's a sacrifice many people are willing to make. So make that choice for yourself, and you can gain weight a lot faster if you're sacrificing this need to be really healthy. So the video I watched one video of a guy who did dirty bulking and had a ton of success with it. He was drinking a lot of chocolate milk. He said he was drinking like a gallon of chocolate milk a day, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, if you can tolerate milk, chocolate milk is a great one for gaining weight. Again, it's those drinking calories like smoothies and milkshakes and chocolate milk. You can get it down a lot quicker because your brain doesn't register your stomach as being full when you drink your food as quickly. Or that wording didn't make sense, but your brain doesn't register you as full necessarily when you have drink in your belly versus actual food. So you can continue to pack in more calories that way without your brain being like, I'm too full to eat. So there's that. Casseroles are a great way to do it, especially if you're cooking on your own, if you're of the age where you're doing your own cooking and stuff, and you got to worry about like preparing good meals and everything. Casseroles are great because you can prepare a lot of good food that is nutrient rich and everything all at one time, and then you can continue to eat big heaping portions of that whenever you're hungry or whenever you can. So yeah, another thing I'll mention in terms of eating is the scheduling, because some people have more success eating many small meals spread throughout the day, say like 800 calorie meals. So that's one way that you can get enough calories, but also there's other people who will eat one or two giant meals in a day, which that each meal will take like an hour maybe. And they'll just fast up until one meal, and maybe they have more of an appetite when they wait a long period of time. Like I've heard some statistic that people who skip breakfast will end up gaining weight actually because they end up eating more later because they were so hungry. Now if they had eaten breakfast and then another meal, two separate meals, so you would think it's more calories, but they end up just eating less later, so they end up losing weight. If you wait to eat sometimes, then you'll actually have more of an appetite and eat more in that one meal than you might have in multiple meals. So it really just depends on how your appetite works, and you'll just have to experiment with this. Find out what's the best way for you to be able to get in the most calories in a day. Also can relate to your time commitments. If you are too busy doing a job or something to be eating all these micro meals throughout the day, then you might want to try and eat a lot in certain meals and then less in others, or get in snacks here and there. Just find your methods. Find what you like, because ultimately it's hard to eat if you don't genuinely want to eat it, if you don't have an appetite. Now, that being said, while you're trying to gain weight, there's gonna be points where you're trying to eat more than you feel like wanting to do. But in general, you want to encourage your body to be relaxed and feel good about eating what you're trying to eat, because it will make you sustain this habit and actually gain weight. I've had trouble trying to eat and just feeling like sick and throwing up because I try to stuff myself and develop negative attitudes toward food. Um, it can be a tricky subject, trying to force your body to want something that doesn't really want at that moment. And then your mind knows that you're trying to force yourself, and it kind of like rejects it or fights against itself. So just find your own ways and try and develop a healthy relation to food. And do what you need to do to gain weight or get your goal. Like I said, I think a lot of y'all's goal is going to be just to gain weight in whatever means possible, and ideally in the healthiest way possible. So yeah, I'd mix like dirty bulking, just throwing in stuff that's just going to pack on calories, and then also make sure you get some solid nutrition in there. Take into account those healthy, high calorie dense foods that I mentioned, like bananas and nuts, all that stuff. Add those into your diet and start teaching yourself to enjoy these things, because I mean, especially, if you're young right now, I don't know how old you are, but depending on your age, you're good now eating unhealthy stuff, but really the unhealthy food really starts to take a toll on people as they get into their 30s, 40s. And even now, if you're not getting the proper nutrition, your brain's just not working as well. You're going to be less happy. You're going to have less energy, and it's just going to affect everything in your life. It's important to get healthy food, yes, but it's also important to get a body that you care about, that you like and want to care about. So I would recommend, if you want to gain weight, which most of you do, to cover up the bones of the pectus carinatum, do a little bit of dirty bulking, do a little healthy eating, do what you got to do, and like I said, do those workouts. Just find your own fitness routine with compound movements, doing 8 to 10 reps, no more. If you're doing more, then put on more weight so that you can't do more. Take creatine, take weight gain supplement, experiment with smoothies and drinks, all that stuff, guys. And don't think that cardio, you should totally skip out on it just because it's going to make you lose weight. And people have told you in the fitness community or online that it's a bad idea to do cardio if you're skinny and trying to gain weight. I know that's true, but also we got to take into account that our ribs aren't making us exhale fully because we have a sternum that won't go back in to naturally exhale fully for us. So we have to use our surrounding muscles to take the brunt of the action. So we have to have real efficient, effective cardiovascular system. And the way you get that and the way you train that is primarily through just working your cardiovascular system, doing those cardio exercises, running, swimming, whatever it takes. Swimming also is actually really great because it builds muscles in exactly the places that are going to help you with both your posture and from your back muscles, and also to cover up your chest and to build muscle on the tops of your abs, everything. Look up swimmer body on Google if you need proof. They kind of have muscles in all the right areas, so that's a good way to go about that. And also there are I don't know if you guys have heard of the Wim Hof method. I would look that up, Wim, Hof. And he is a guy that has experimented with being in really cold temperatures and has beaten many world records for breath holding underwater in cold water, stuff like that. And he has a certain breathing technique he does where he inhales fully and then exhales really quickly, like half of the air, and then inhales fully again. And essentially you're overloading yourself with oxygen. You're trying to inhale fully and then exhale partially, inhale fully, exhale partially. And if you do the math there, you're continually gaining more and more oxygen. And you just keep doing that for 30 cycles, say. That's what he recommends. And you should start to feel kind of lightheaded and stuff. You start to feel a little like kind of good. You almost feel high, and you feel that lightheadedness. And at the top of that 30 breaths, you take a break and hold it there. I don't know the exact details, I'm kind of forgetting, but look at the Wim Hof method for that. And the point of this is it makes you more efficient at breathing and more aware of your own breathing, which is going to improve your experience as a human with Pectus Carinatum, because you breathe a lot. It's like something everybody loves to do and everything. And with Pectus Carinatum, you're not necessarily the best at it, and it's an important thing. So I would go through these extra efforts to get good at breathing, and you'll see what an impact it has on your energy, your mood, your social life, everything. So I'm not saying you have to do these breathing exercises necessarily. Experiment with that, see how good it could make you feel. Also, another thing that Wim Hof preaches is this cold water. Like I said, he does breathing stuff under cold water, things of that nature. Going in cold showers instead of hot showers every day. I start off my shower cold. I would never have had the willpower to just ban myself from cold showers, from warm showers completely, because I do like cold, warm showers. But I just make sure that every day, the first shower I take of the day, sometimes I'll take 2 in a day if I just really want to take a hot shower after. I always start my first shower of the day as cold for at least as long as it takes to get my body clean. And then maybe I'll flip it on to hot and then enjoy that a little bit because it does feel great. But the cold always makes your mood so much better. And it improves your circulation and your breathing in ways that maybe you wouldn't think, because it seems kind of unrelated, but it has had a huge impact on me and most people that do it. I would look that up too, cold showers and Wim Hof method. Just look at Wim Hof method. And if you do this every day, it will just improve your energy and your breathing. One thing about if you get in cold water, that this is why you know what I'm saying is true. If you get in really cold water, sometimes you'll have an involuntary reaction where you start going, you'll start hyperventilating, gasping for air, very deep breaths. And yeah, it deepens your breath and slows it, and makes it more efficient. So there's just this connection between cold and breathing, and Wim Hof explains that. And in general, it just is going to improve everything with your Pectus Carinatum, because it's the fatigue of having this this altered rib cage that causes these problems with your heart and your breathing. It causes fatigue, and it makes you just in general a lower energy person. And if you're a low energy person, it's going to be hard for you to have the industry and willpower to seek out what you want in life, to reach your goals, to work that job, to work to escape that job and build your own business, to learn new things that are going to benefit your life, to do anything besides just follow into the path of least resistance. It's going to help to have energy.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Getting to the end of the video, I hope it was informative for all of you. I appreciate the support so much. I've got 24 subscribers now, 24 whole subscribers. Somebody out there would say that that's not very much. PewDiePie probably thinking that's not very much subscribers. But honestly, I appreciate every single one of you so much. and I love building this channel and hope to see it grow even more. Keep commenting, keep asking your personal questions about Pectus Carinatum, your own challenges. I love to answer the comments. I will answer every single comment. Leave a rating on this video, hit that like or dislike, either one. Just let me know some feedback, please. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It will change your damn life, hitting that subscribe button. It will feel so good. Trust me, you won't know until you hit it. Trust me, try it out. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Bye.